Next on KENS 5 Eyewitness News at 6.
A woman is in handcuffs, charged in the killing of a local mother who was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
A chase leads to a shooting on the city's east side, and there's a bizarre NBA connection.
And Judson gains a new high school, but will it mean the end of a legendary football dynasty?
Now, KENS 5 Eyewitness News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Chris Maroon.
And I'm Sarah Lucero. A San Antonio mother is killed in a drive-by shooting.
Police say they have arrested the third and final suspect.
A man takes 5 bullets in an afternoon shooting. It happened near China Grove in eastern Bexar County in the 6700 block of Joe Louis Drive. That's where Barry Davis joins us live with the latest. Barry?
Sarah, it's not surprising, but the Sheriff's Department says it is getting conflicting stories.
An update on a KENS 5 investigation. Last month, we told you about Matthew Merritt, who was on house arrest for felony drug charges and living at a home daycare center. Yesterday was the deadline for the daycare to relocate all of the children. The state is out there today making sure that took place. They will then continue their investigation to determine if the daycare will be able to keep its license.
Later on Eyewitness News.
On a vector for classroom success, a local physics teacher has the momentum to help his students.
Local charities are feeling the pinch of the economic times. They're looking for new ways to raise donations.
And I'm Bill Taylor in the KENS 5 Weather Center.
Christmas is the time of year when people dig deep in their pockets to spend, but it's often the season when a lot of people forget to give.
And usually it's local charities that suffer the most. Bridget Smith has the story of what's being done to help put the joy of donations back in the holiday.
They are places like the Brighton School.
Well, Bill's in a charitable mood today.
It feels good to give, you know. I mean, that's part of this Christmas giving, you know. And look for my picture at HEB, you know, not on the cover of People magazine. Did you?
Yeah.
I was thinking, you know, sexiest weatherman alive. Oh. I'd be on People magazine, but I didn't get that.
So
not this time.
You're okay with HEB?
I'm okay.
Yeah. That seemed like a great idea.
It was. You know, when you're at the planning stage, it was the execution where we lost it.
Going to want her money back.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Spurs are losing it on the execution and just
that's
about
what Pop
every
says.
other.
I planned it perfectly. It's the execution that's the problem. That's right.
Spurs aren't in feeling any holiday cheer these
No, they're
days.
not.
They're in a bit of a funk.
You got to wonder about the confidence. Spurs, though, have left San Antonio. They are en route to Orlando. That's where they're going to take on the Magic tomorrow night. But you know what? They head out on the road, losers of 4 straight. Way back when I worked in New Braunfels, got to do Canyon Cougar football for 3 years.
And so you did play-by-play. Can you do a little bit?
I can picture
we'll
you
do
up
something
there.
and I'll call
What, Schwartz takes the center and rolls left? And
that's good, Chris. Yeah. I love doing that stuff. I'd love to do more of it.
Is that where you first said right up the gut?
You know, it may have been.
Right up the gut.
I'll check the tapes.
Next on KENS 5 Eyewitness News at 6.
How much for a bag of cookies, a pack of bacon? You may not believe the prices taxpayers are paying. The KENS 5 I-Team investigates.
A San Antonio construction worker is killed while on the job. Now police are investigating.
And it's the most popular sports video game in America, and the Super Bowl of Madden football is in San Antonio looking for the best video game players.
Now, KENS 5 Eyewitness News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Sarah Lucero.
And I'm Chris Maroon. More allegations tonight from Lone Star clients who say they're being cheated by a food vendor.
In an I-Team investigation last night at 10, you heard from 3 women who say they've been overcharged and are paying higher prices. Barry Davis tracked down the company today, and he joins us from the newsroom with this I-Team report. Barry?
Well, Sarah, after the story ran last night, another woman called and said she, too, had been overcharged on her Lone Star card by Randy's Fine Foods.
San Antonio police are investigating a deadly accident at a construction site. A worker was killed this morning when he was hit by a dump truck. It happened just before 7:30 on the access road of eastbound 410 under Highway 281. James Munoz joins us live from the scene with this story. James?
Sarah, at 6 a.m. this morning, 26-year-old Steve Juarez was here at the end of his shift. He didn't usually work overnight, and he didn't usually stay late, but today he did. And at 7:30, he was crushed to death behind a dump truck.
On November 17th,
The company Steve worked for, Pipe Layers, Inc., has a 30-year history here in San Antonio. They say this is the first time they've ever lost a worker on the job. Reporting live in North San Antonio, James Munoz, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
So, James, is it possible he didn't hear the beeping? I mean, those beeps are pretty loud when they back up.
They sure are loud, Sarah. Apparently he didn't, and OSHA is investigating to make sure that the workplace was safe.
All right, James Munoz, thanks.
Police are hoping an autopsy will help explain why a woman drove her vehicle into a utility pole.
Former First Lady Barbara Bush is in town for tea and crumpets. The United Way's Women's Leadership Council hosted the former First Lady and mother of President Bush, Barbara Bush. Bush spoke on literacy, education, and her new book, Reflections, Life After the White House. Today's event celebrated the 100th anniversary of the San Antonio Public Library. A portion of the proceeds benefit the Born to Read program of the San Antonio Public Library Foundation.
Later on Eyewitness News.
A Texas sheriff in trouble with the law, and a move is underway to drive him from office.
How good are you at that video game football? Coming up, we'll show you how the best Madden video game jocks in town are playing for some big bucks, and so can you.
It is the guide by which millions of Christians base their life. Don't lie, steal, murder, or covet. But according to a San Antonio doctor and author, few people know they can turn to the Bible for their questions about sex. The author, Scott Farhart, has written this book called Intimate and Unashamed, where he explains what he calls God's design for sexual fulfillment.
The excitement, the romance of young love, everything seems perfect. Until time can take its toll.
But as they get into their 30s and 40s and 50s and become more successful, their lives get more complicated.
Dr. Scott Farhart says many times couples don't devote enough time for each other, neglecting their physical and emotional needs.
They really have to carve out time for themselves sexually.
Because he says that's the way God wants it, and says so in the Bible.
The Song of Solomon probably has the most concentrated verses about sex and sexuality.
This one says, "Why don't I start sex up with my husband? Is that wrong?"
In Dr. Farhart's years of practicing as a Christian gynecologist, he says many couples have turned to him not only for questions about their physical health, but also their sexual relationships.
A fundamental question really is, how do you fit your sexuality into your spirituality? When you get to the core of their questions, they want to know, is it okay to enjoy themselves?
That's just part of the message Dr. Farhart shares with couples who attend his church seminars on the subject. He points to the Song of Songs here in chapter 6.
It talks in very graphic detail the man describing the woman that he loves, her body parts, the woman describing the man that she loves and his body parts, how they burn for each other, how they can't wait to be together.
He says this is the portrait of the relationship couples should have, just as newlyweds Joseph and Rita, whom he's counseled, try to remember.
A lot of times couples don't take the time to read the Word of God and study what God has for us as husband and wife about sex.
I think sometimes we get afraid of that energy and that passion and wonder, well, is that scriptural? Is that holy? Is that biblical?
Dr. Farhart says within a marriage, those emotions and desires are supposed to be there.
And I think people have focused in on the don'ts, and they've missed out on all the freedom that they have within a marital relationship.
Even now, he says, many couples don't know where to turn for questions about sexuality. Church leaders don't often address it, and so he is.
When you think about it, God created sex. You know, he defined it. And it shouldn't be hush-hush in the church.
Their marital relationship, especially in the physical and the sexual realm, should get sweeter and sweeter as aging fine wine does.
Dr. Farhart is a church elder at Cornerstone Church, where he gives his seminars, and the book is available at most Christian bookstores. You can find more information on the seminars he offers by logging on to mysanantonio.com, keyword web links.
Willing participants were bidding high on dates with our city's finest. It was for the American Red Cross.
I see your shirt stayed on.
Definitely.
Well, that's it for Eyewitness News at 10 tonight.
Coming up next, a special playoff edition with Friday Night Football.
Unit.
And a health warning, why you may want to rethink eating a specific sandwich.
Now, KENS 5 Eyewitness News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Sarah Lucero.
And I'm Chris Maru. Police try to track down suspects all over the east and northeast side.
James Munoz is live in the 900 block of South W.W. White, where police made their final stop tonight. James?
Sarah, at 8 o'clock tonight, a robber posing as a customer inside this discount store.
He was wearing a Bulls jacket.
And a man is hit during a drive-by shooting tonight. It happened in the 1700 block of Hayes on the city's east side just before 8 o'clock. Police say a man in his 20s was shot in the calf, in the leg. He was taken to the hospital. A black Ford Explorer was seen leaving the area. A San Antonio man is shot in the back after two men forced their way into his home. It happened shortly after 10 this morning on Spring Lane in northwest San Antonio. Rick Torres was answering his door when two men forced their way in. The former Marine fought back. One of the men pulled a gun and shot Torres, but he is expected to be okay. Students from a Southside high school gather to remember a friend. 18-year-old Ana Marie Hernandez was killed last week in an alleged drunk driving accident. Tonight, current and former students from South San High School met for a candlelight vigil. Today would have been Ana Marie's 19th birthday.
A somewhat happy ending to a tragic day. Jessica Valadez got a call at work that her East Side home was on fire.
Texas at 10, a night out shopping takes a tragic turn for one Houston area family. When the group got home, they walked in on a robber. The suspect shot all four people. The mother and 19-year-old son both died at the scene. The father and another adult son are recovering. Governor Rick Perry is apologizing after he accidentally parks in a handicapped spot. A Perry spokesperson said it was an honest mistake. The governor will make a donation in the amount of the parking fine to a charity for persons with disabilities. The space he was parked in was marked with a green and blue sign with the wheelchair emblem.
It's happened again. One U.S. soldier is dead and 14 others injured after suicide bombers drove a truck onto a U.S. base in Iraq.
An Indiana man charged with murder after a third body was found in his basement. The remains were found covered in heavy layers of plastic and duct tape. Police say they're the bodies of three missing teenagers. Investigators say David Edward Moust has a criminal record that includes a murder conviction for the death of a 15-year-old boy. He's scheduled for an arraignment tomorrow.
A 2-year-old boy is recovering after his mother ran over him with her minivan. The mother did.
The Nation at 10, a mess on railroad tracks in Oregon this morning. A train hauling lumber jumped the tracks and spilled its load. Crew members were the only people on the train and no one was hurt, but you can see the mess. The tracks are badly damaged and officials say it'll take a crane to get the cars out. A rude awakening for one Missouri neighborhood. A house in Manchester exploded around 6:30 this morning. 4 people were taken to the hospital for minor injuries. The cause of the explosion is being investigated. 25 homes in the area were evacuated as a precaution.
Well, some good news for the stock market. There was an upward explosion. The Dow Jones Industrial Average closed above 10,000 for the first time in 18 months.
Organizers say it's a worldwide television event and is being seen here in the U.S. and in 16 other countries. Serenata para la Virgen de Guadalupe, or Serenade for the Virgin, is currently underway at San Fernando Cathedral tonight. The outdoor event featured live bands and a mass, and you can still make it down there for the mass, which begins at 11 o'clock.
People would almost think you spoke Spanish the way you pronounce it.
You think?
It was the sound of music for some San Antonio families tonight.
Well, night for both. I mean, even for that mass, it's going to be gorgeous because it's not cold outside. A little overcast, but no rain chance.
But you're saying tomorrow and maybe not as nice.
Yeah, before Saturday morning. We've got a cold front that...
KENS 5 Eyewitness News at 6.
Missing for months, but found too late. The mystery of an area woman solved.
Justice is in his title, but the DA says there's a problem with this JP being on the bench.
And last call for the parents of a baby abandoned on Christmas Eve. Speak up or give up their rights.
Now, KENS 5 Eyewitness News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Sarah Lucero.
And I'm Chris Maru.
Roxanne Sportsman was last seen alive in early September, and what happened to her was a mystery until Monday. That's when someone noticed a wrecked SUV at the bottom of a ravine near Canyon Lake. Barry Davis is live near the scene with the story. Barry?
Well, Sarah, Roxanne Sportsman's family is no doubt dealing with a lot of mixed emotions. And
police are searching for a group of men who used guns and knives to steal hundreds of dollars this morning on the city's far east side. The bandits robbed a truck stop restaurant at about 5 o'clock this morning. It was right around breakfast time for many of the customers at Winfield's. They were all ordered to hand over their wallets.
2 men ran inside the freezer, you know, and they pulled my neck out with a knife. That, come here.
So they had a knife to your neck?
Yes, sir.
The cook told the crooks she couldn't open the safe, so they tried to pull it out of the wall instead. They didn't get it, but did make off with hundreds of dollars in 2 bank bags as well as patrons' wallets.
In another case, police want your help to catch a robbery suspect caught on tape. The robbery happened last month at a Diamond Shamrock.
A 15-year-old convicted of manslaughter learned his fate for the next 10 years, but not before the parents of his victim lashed out at him in court.
Stephen Kyle Jones, I hate you and will always hate you for what you have done to me and my family. You've hurt so many people and you do not even care.
With that, the judge tacked on more than a dozen restrictions to Jones' 10-year probation. He was found guilty last month of recklessly shooting and killing 14-year-old Elizabeth Dolan. The restrictions range from losing his hunting license and community service to paying the Dolan family restitution of more than $18,000.
Just scuff up your boots and shine your belt buckle.
Yeah.
Good buddy. Yeah.
That's right. The 55th annual San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo kicked off its 2004 season this morning at the SBC Center. The rodeo runs from February 6th to the 22nd.
As always, the rodeo has booked some star entertainers. Alabama's farewell tour, Brooks and Dunn, Willie Nelson.
Those people there?
And
maybe?
them clowns. For more information, log on to mysa.com. KENS 5, the official station of the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo.
Works out perfect. 55th year on KENS 5.
Ah,
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
And don't forget Cowboy Breakfast being moved to Crossroads Mall this year. Right
Not
down
a bad
our street.
location, yeah.
No, Fredericksburg I-10 should be very
We
nice.
won't be able to get in the station.
Yeah, we're all going to be late to work.
We'll all be
but
late to
okay.
work. That'll be fine. Tacos on me. Temperatures recover just a little bit today. Still pretty cold, but by tomorrow, a very nice warm-up.
Wednesday, where do you think Joe is tonight?
Is that him?
Is that,
Wait a minute.
Would this guy
he actually
be
showed
Joe?
up for work?
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Chris.
Were you going to be out on the golf course or what?
Well, it was a little cold, or I might have been. Exactly right. A little too cold for me. Everywhere I went today, everybody's talking about the Spurs. Fans getting excited. The defense is hot. Spurs, simply the hottest thing going in the NBA these days. Last night, in fact, the good guys won their fifth for coming out on the field because everybody was warned not to. So he was given a ticket, a broken nose, and, you know, a few other facial injuries. $500, that's it.
Civil, though.
We'll be right back. The Battle of Flowers Association held a press conference in front of the Alamo this afternoon to announce the theme of this year's parade, A Kaleidoscope of Texas. The parade will be held on April 23rd.
Those are the same guys who play when I come into the building. Is
that right?
Yeah.
And here's the story for tonight at 10.
You think indoor plumbing is pretty standard, right? But for one local family, having that running water is a major problem. Eyewitness wants to know why tonight at 10.
That does it for Eyewitness News at 6.
We'll see you at 10.
So that's what that is.
Yeah, you didn't.
Pop and circumstance.
You thought it was my car alarm, didn't you?
KENS 5 is part of Bealo. Next on KENS 5 Eyewitness News at 10.
A neighborhood in fear tonight after gang violence rings out in broad daylight. The latest next. Your money or your life. Police looking for a robber with a nasty threat. Get ready to shell out more dough at the pumps as gas prices inch closer to the $2 mark.
Now, KENS 5 Eyewitness News at 10.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Lucero. Chris has the night off. An East San Antonio neighborhood living in fear of retaliation after a 15-year-old boy is killed in what's believed to be a gang-related shootout. Dion Anglin is live at police headquarters with the latest. Dion?
Well, Sarah, the teenage victim's name is Paul Sanchez. Tonight, police are still looking for his killer and for a way to stop the gang-related violence. We're live at police headquarters tonight. I'm Dion Anglin, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
New at 10, San Antonio police looking for a robber tonight on the northeast side. Officials say a man walked into a convenience store on Nacoparan and handed the clerk a note. It said, your money or your life. The robber made away with $100. Officials say this robber may have also hit a subway on Perrin Vital over the last couple of weeks. A Bexar County Sheriff's Corporal killed last week in a major accident is remembered tonight. 26-year-old John Perriman died Friday when his car slammed into a truck on Wurzbach Parkway. He was off duty at the time. Tonight, the family hosted a visitation at Sunset Funeral Home. The funeral for John Perriman is set for tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock at Sunset Funeral Chapel. A health warning tonight. The search is on for 15 people believed to be from Texas who were on a Northwest Airlines flight from Amsterdam to Detroit. Apparently, one of the passengers fell ill with the measles, and now health officials are afraid others were exposed. They're looking for passengers from Friday's Flight 39. If you were on that flight or know someone who was, contact your doctor immediately. Now, if you have a car, we probably don't have to tell you gas prices are at an all-time high. But now experts say get used to it. Amanda Taylor joins us live with more. Amanda?
Sarah, the cost of filling up your car is on the rise, and experts say these numbers are only going to keep getting higher.
Thanks, Amanda. And new information tonight on a body found yesterday afternoon in South San Antonio. Officials say the man found dead was killed by a gunshot to the head and to the chest. Police have not released the man's identity yet, pending notification of his family members. Parents of a 7-month-old baby have been charged with abuse. 35-year-old Christopher Sewell and 22-year-old Jenny Lee Smith are now behind bars in Guadalupe County, facing multiple charges of injury to a child. Seguin police say the alleged abuse occurred when the baby was just 4 months old. The investigation started in early January when the girl was brought to Methodist Children's Hospital. Doctors say she had at least 17 fractures to her legs, arms, ribs, and spine. The baby is now in the custody of Child Protective Services and is said to be doing well. A 4th-grade teacher in the Natalia Independent School District is suspended with pay tonight, accused of making sexual comments in the classroom. A 10-year-old boy claims the teacher made sexual innuendos in class. The student says it's been happening for a few months now. The teacher has taught at Natalia Elementary School for 3 years. The superintendent of the district is taking this time to remind all teachers to watch their conduct in the classroom.
It seems that no matter what we do or say, sometimes we're going to anger someone. You can simply, by creating a nickname for a child, create an environment that's not appropriate.
The teacher did not give Eyewitness News an official comment, but when we reached him by phone, he said he was surprised about the allegations. A San Antonio man officially charged with sexual assault this morning in South Padre. Officials identified the man today as 23-year-old John K. Rivenberg. He's accused of attacking a 20-year-old woman while she slept. South Padre police say they tend to see a spike in rapes during the month of March with spring break. However, this alleged rape is just the 3rd reported so far this month.
Later on Eyewitness News.
A neighborhood dispute turns deadly. Find out what small thing 2 men were fighting for. She was mauled by a pit bull a month ago. Tonight, she shares her story of survival. Panic sets in after a major accident when a mother realizes one of her daughters is missing. Find out what happened to her in minutes. A disturbing story of road rage coming out of Tacoma, Washington tonight. 2 men get into a neighborhood argument, ending with one of them dead. And tonight, neighbors say the 2 were arguing over who would get a closer parking space, when all of a sudden one of the men pulled a gun and fired. The suspect stole the victim's car and has been on the run since last night. Just 1 month ago, doctors said a 91-year-old woman wouldn't make it after she was mauled by a pit bull. But Ruby Sharam was determined to live her life, and so she has. Ruby lost both her arms below the elbow last month when her great-grandson's pit bull attacked her. The hardest part for Ruby right now is learning to walk again.
You don't realize how many things you use your arms for, you know, like to balance yourself.
It's like wonderful that she has such a great attitude, that she's just such a trooper. She just wants to do anything and everything and just go for it. She tries.
And try she will. As soon as Ruby heals enough, she'll be fitted for prosthetics. Trying to quit smoking? If so, a new study says success in becoming a non-smoker could hinge on some factors beyond your control. Doctors now say your race could influence your chances of quitting. Researchers at the University of Pennsylvania compared smokers using a nicotine patch to those using nicotine nasal spray, and they found that the spray works better for African Americans. The study also found that the nasal spray is more effective for obese people.
Still ahead on Eyewitness News.
A father goes on a murder-suicide rampage. Find out how his 9-year-old son survived the attack. A major crash sends this SUV dangling dangerously close to falling off an overpass. See how this came to an end next. A bizarre car accident in Tampa, Florida sends a 12-year-old to the hospital. Nancy Young was headed home with her 3 kids in the car when she was rear-ended, leaving her SUV dangling from a highway overpass. EMS crews told her her 2 children were okay, but that's when Young panicked.
The children are okay, right? And they said, yes, ma'am, your little boy and your little girl are standing right here with the officer, and they're just fine. I said, well, where's the 3rd child? Where's Amanda? And they looked around the car. Well, she's not in here. Are you sure there's a 3rd child? I said, yes, sir, there's a 3rd child. Where is she?
That's right. Amanda, her 12-year-old, tumbled 4 stories onto a wet patch of grass below. Investigators say during the impact, Amanda flew out the back window and over the highway. Luckily, she only suffered a broken leg and damaged spleen and is expected to fully recover. 2 major incidents on California's highways today. The first along Interstate 80 in Vallejo. CHP had to shut down the highway after reports of an armed man causing problems. The man didn't fire a gun but did wave it and threaten police. He was taken into custody and no one was hurt. The second incident this afternoon in Southern California, where a man led police on a dangerous chase through Orange County. Police first tried to pull the man over for speeding, but the suspect refused to stop. He led them on a high-speed chase on the 405 freeway. The suspect, who eventually pulled over and was caught, is from Canada and was on parole for a drug conviction. They probably get one of those, what, couple times a week.
I know.
Yeah.
We were all watching in the newsroom. You remember that?
As it was happening.
That Cadillac, and we're all just like, what's going to happen? And yeah, it was wild stuff.
No major weather incidents around here, which is pretty nice.
It's
just
been
sunshine.
quiet. It was beautiful today, and this is perfect timing. This morning's clouds probably discouraged you a little. Very nice. Maybe a little cloudy on Thursday, but skies will be partly cloudy right around 80 to wrap up winter, and Saturday's the first day of spring. 80 degrees, partly cloudy. MySA.com, keyword weather.
What happened to our white T-shirt?
Oh, it was the wrong size.
It was the wrong size. We'll work on it. Okay. All right, thanks, Phil. All right, UTSA Roadrunners are all settled in Seattle, waiting
settled in, probably eating some lobster or something about now.
Oh, yeah.
Good Seattle seafood. UTSA Roadrunners are in the Emerald City tonight. They're going to begin preparing for Thursday night's game against Stanford, but that is expected to happen. Henson is guaranteed $3.5 million. He can become a free agent after 4 years if he or the Cowboys void the final 4 years of that deal. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Makes the rookie minimum this year, but if he plays, he gets more money. So we'll see what happens.
Cowboys
a lot of competition,
ready.
yeah.
All right.
Good luck to the Roadrunners.
All right. Yeah, we'll be right back.
On KENS 5 Eyewitness News at 6.
2 people already in custody, but police say a purse theft ring is much bigger than first thought. A corporal with the Bexar County Sheriff's Office is laid to rest. You could soon see a break in property taxes, but will it cost you more everywhere else?
Now, KENS 5 Eyewitness News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Sarah Lucero. Chris is off tonight. San Antonio police catch up with 2 people accused of stealing some high-dollar purses. James Munoz joins us live from police headquarters with the story new at 6. James?
Sarah, these were Gucci bags, some of them worth up to $895 apiece. Authorities caught up with 2 suspects, but they say this operation may be much bigger.
Why are these purses so popular?
Reporting live in downtown San Antonio, James Munoz, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
And James, how were they able to track down the suspects? Did they catch them then and there in the act?
That's a good question, Sarah. The employees at Saks Fifth Avenue were able to give a car description and a vehicle, a suspect description, and police pursued the car and arrested them without incident.
All right, thanks. James Munoz live downtown. A Bexar County Sheriff's Corporal is laid to rest this afternoon. 27-year-old John Perriman's friends, family, and fellow officers gathered to say goodbye today. Perriman was killed last Friday in a major accident along Wurzbach Parkway. He leaves behind his wife and young daughter. Officials say speed and wet roads played a factor in that crash. An 18-year-old Seguin woman is recovering tonight after being shot. Witnesses say the girl, Ariel Matthews, was sitting in a car when a man described as her jealous ex-boyfriend drove by and started shooting. Matthews then drove herself to a nearby house and called for help. She was taken by Air Life to University Hospital and discharged just after midnight. No arrests have been made. San Antonio police still searching for the gunman in yesterday's deadly shooting on the east side. 15-year-old Paul Sanchez was shot and killed yesterday afternoon in the 1100 block of Mittman. Police say Sanchez and a friend were walking in the area when a group of alleged gang members approached and opened fire. 3 people are in custody, but officials believe the triggerman is still on the loose. New at 6, a local woman receives $10,000 from a San Antonio supermarket after a sex discrimination suit. Officials with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission announced the settlement with La Fiesta supermarket after suing them for firing a pregnant employee. It allegedly happened at the store in the 3400 block of Nogalitos. Government lawyers say managers got rid of the woman after not accepting a doctor's note saying that she could work through the pregnancy. Want a break on your property taxes? Well, you could be getting your wish very soon. Right now, there's a serious push in Austin to cut Texans' property taxes in half. New at 6, David Hebert joins us with more.
Yeah, Sarah.
Police need your help in locating a missing man. 76-year-old Oscar Day was last seen on Sunday, March 14th at the VFW Hall on South W.W. White. He was driving a green 1999 Toyota Tacoma truck, license plate 2KMF19. If you have any information on his whereabouts, you can call the Missing Persons Unit at 207-7662. A historic day for the San Antonio water system.
Okay, man.
SAWS began pumping Edwards Aquifer drinking water into the Carrizo Aquifer this morning. The agency built 17 wells to help in this project. Basically, they're taking excess water built up over the fall and winter months and storing it in the Carrizo Aquifer to be recovered during the summer drought months here. It's taken 18 months to install the wells that stretch for 30 miles from San Antonio.
We're happy to be able to deliver to them these great projects that help us be able to manage the water supply for this region and for particularly our city.
25% of San Antonio's drinking water will come from this project during the summertime. A former San Antonio mayor takes a new position with the state of Texas. Today, Governor Perry named Dr. Bill Thornton to the Bexar County Regional Mobility Authority. That group is charged with overseeing potential turnpike projects such as toll roads. Thornton served as San Antonio's mayor for one term in the mid-90s. More than 100 doctors in the San Antonio area have been named on the 2004 Best Doctors list. The Best Doctors study is a survey of 35,000 physicians nationwide who are asked who they would go to. 114 physicians from the Health Science Center, as well as area hospitals and healthcare systems, were listed as some of the best doctors.
Later on Eyewitness News.
Hundreds gathered to remember 2 murder victims killed while police make headway on the case. We've got the latest. Police investigating a bizarre crime in North Texas after a man shoots his girlfriend.
Beyonce's in town. I'm Bridget Smith live at the SBC Center with all the details.
She's a 5-time Grammy-winning superstar who's simply known by her first name. Who else but Beyonce? And tonight she's heading the Verizon Ladies First Tour at the SBC Center. Bridget Smith, who's been mistaken for Beyonce a time or two, is there live. Bridget?
Sure, Sarah. We're in the business of truth. It's journalism now. Listen, who isn't crazy in love with Beyonce? Look at all the fans that have showed up to see this girl. Is there anything she can't do? Music, movies, you name it, she can do it. And tonight she is bringing down the house at the SBC Center. These folks started getting here at about 5 o'clock this afternoon. Of course, it is the Ladies First Tour. Beyonce is the headliner. Now, Prince will not be here, but Alicia Keys, Missy Elliott, and special guest Tamil will be. The tour kicked off March 12th in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Not long after this, Beyonce picked up 5 Grammys. Yes, she did. The most for any female performer in one night. You guys ready for the show?
Yeah.
All the way from Lytle, Texas?
Yeah, all the way from Lytle. Melissa Reese.
Melissa Reese. Here to see, who you here to see? Beyonce, Missy Elliott, who?
Huh?
Who you here to see? Beyonce, Missy Elliott? Beyonce. Crazy in love for Beyonce. The show kicks off. This is a wild crowd. The show kicks off at 7 o'clock tonight. Sarah, I believe you have your seat. I know I have mine.
I'm
Bridget Smith reporting live from the SBC Center. Look, I want to show you what people are showing up in. I could do a whole story. I'm telling you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
my goodness.
Do you see that? Do you see the fashion?
Wow.
Do you see the fashion?
We're going to feel like we're dressed in our green, Bridget.
I know, Sarah. I don't know if we're ready for this jelly.
All right. Thanks a lot, Bridget. Well, you saw Rude Dog was out there. Joe and Bill wondering why they're not out there. You know?
Oh, I know why I'm not. You know.
You got to work tonight.
Yeah, Beyonce's okay.
I'm going to miss you guys.
show.
I'll be thinking about
Are
you. Yeah, I'll be thinking about you down there. Yeah, at the
Joe's
concert.
over there, by the way. To show you that we've got another great day on Friday before the clouds arrive. Now, here's what happens on Saturday. A front approaches the hill country, so we start clouding up Saturday, high of 81. The rain chance begins Sunday afternoon, high of 78. So that front should take its time. Who's standing behind my 7-day? Was that Beyonce?
Was that a ghost?
Was it Beyonce?
Well, she must have been wearing a KENS 5 jacket if it was Beyonce.
Good, she's sponsored, right? MySA.com. Maybe it was that stuck Lukemire.
Maybe it was. You know, and I'm hoping the weather up there doesn't affect the Roadrunners' mood. You know, it's just kind of cold and dreary.
Yeah,
and
I don't think
gray
anything can affect their mood right now. They're so pumped up right now. UTSA Roadrunners went through their first day of practice in Seattle.
His comments were inappropriate and childish. I don't think anything needs to be said beyond that.
Very childish. We'll be right back. See you at 10.
KENS 5 Eyewitness News at 6.
You've heard of used cars. How about a used Texas driver's license? An I-team investigation prompts changes in the way Texas does business. It looks like part of an ATM, but it's not. It's no April Fool's joke. It's a scam that could cost you big time. And the Final Four hit San Antonio, bringing fans from all over the nation.
Now, KENS 5 Eyewitness News at 6.
Right here on the Riverwalk where it's nice and cool, but Final Four fever is really heating up.
And I'm Sarah Lucero. And Chris, we're going to be checking in with you later for all the Final Four action today. But first, the news of the day. A state policy that caused a lot of problems for some people is all about to change thanks to a KENS 5 I-team investigation. Barry Davis joins us from a state driver's license office where they're changing the policy. Barry?
Sarah, when we first contacted the Department of Public Safety about recycled driver's license numbers, no one wanted to go on camera and talk with us. And they said the department has no intention of changing the policy. Now, about 6 weeks later, apparently someone has changed their mind.
I'm still afraid to write a check.
Christina Feliciano says she was so embarrassed when she tried to cash a check at Walmart, and they told her they wouldn't take the check because she had bounced a check. The problem was, because the state recycled driver's license numbers, Christina was being ID'd as someone else. Now, Christina and Cammie may or may not be in luck. A DPS spokesperson says each case will be handled on a case-by-case basis, depending on how many problems, what kind of problems they're having. And if you're having problems, you think it's a recycled Texas driver's license number, a DPS spokesperson says just contact your local DPS office. In Northwest San Antonio, Barry Davis, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
So, Barry, they're weeding these out as people have problems with the recycled numbers?
If they have a big enough problem and it's a constant source of problems, they say they very likely will reissue them a new driver's license number, Sarah.
All right. Thanks, Barry. A man out of control and behind the wheel leaves a path of destruction this morning along the city's northwest side. It all began just before 9 a.m. A man in his car was driving erratically in a neighborhood off of Bandera Road, witnesses say. A girl in the neighborhood called her father to give him a heads up.
Whatever you do, don't let the dog out. There's a guy going through. He's driving crazy. He took out a fence, a stop sign. He's just wild. He said, be careful. Well, I thought I'd better, check it out. And as I was leaving, I went a different way, and I saw the guy in the middle of a court out of his car throwing things, just, flipping me off just as I drove by, and I thought, okay, this is a problem.
When police arrived and confronted the man, he got back into his car and took off. After a short but quick search, officers found the man and arrested him. The SAPD has a warning tonight about an ATM scam. These organized criminals use some high-tech equipment and virtually convert ATMs into personal piggy banks. James Munoz joins us live with the story, new at 6. James?
Sarah, these thieves actually install equipment on the ATM disguised to look like the machine. Unless you know what you're looking for, you could be next. Reporting live, James Munoz, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
Thanks, James. The election was nearly a month ago. A new tally was released today, and it's going to be a while before the District 28 winner is settled. The latest recount tally puts Laredo lawyer Henry Cuellar 203 votes ahead of incumbent Ciro Rodriguez in the District 28 Democratic primary. Cuellar declared himself the new winner, and also late today, word that there's going to be another recount in Webb County. Rodriguez says he's taking this to court. State lawmakers could be heading back to Austin by the end of the month. Governor Perry has reportedly told state leaders to be ready to take up the issue of school funding by the end of April. David Hebert is live in the newsroom with the latest. David?
Yes, Aaron, a lot of Texans are really hoping that lawmakers can come up with a new system to pay for that public education. But other folks aren't just hoping, they're suing. In the past, school administrators have kicked their feet, highlighted the problem.
Still ahead on Eyewitness News.
A San Antonio teacher receives a golden apple. We'll tell you why she's living proof that it's never too late to start a new career. And later, more Final Four teams arrive in San Antonio for the end of the big dance. And all new tonight on Eyewitness News at 10. University Hospital says one of its former employees cost them thousands of dollars because of a scam. The details coming up tonight at 10. And could this refinery fire near Houston drive up the price of gas here in San Antonio? Hear what the experts are saying. And that does it for Eyewitness News at 6. We'll see you back here at 10. Wheel of Fortune is next.
Next on KENS 5 Eyewitness News at 6.
Severe weather blowing into San Antonio and doing some damage. We'll have the latest on the weekend forecast.
A terror alert for the nation that Final Four security is taking very seriously.
And University Hospital needs help tonight in identifying one of their patients after a mystery man was brought in with severe head trauma.
Now, KENS 5 Eyewitness News at 6.
Well, good evening. Final Four visitors finding out what we already know about San Antonio weather, what a difference a day can make.
Bill is in the Weather Center with a Viper. He has the latest on this wave of storms. Bill?
Yeah, first want to show you downtown, Sarah, because all of those people in town for the Final Four are right here. And look at this. You talk about ominous cloud cover from the southwest. This is a major line of thunderstorm activity that is on its approach to San Antonio. But there is some good news. That picture is not going to be as bad as it might look.
San Antonio looks like Gotham City right now. Thanks, Bill. Well, the heavy rains and high winds did some damage this afternoon. West of San Antonio on Highway 90 and Cagnon Road, high water and a live electrical wire made for a scary combination. Passengers were trapped in their car after they swerved to miss a falling power line and ended up in a ditch filled with water. CPS servicemen managed to cut the power to the line so they could safely get the people out. No one was hurt.
Something similar. The powerful storm caught some drivers off guard here at Marbach and Meadow Way. Rising waters played a part in this minivan going into a ditch. You see, the woman thought she was pulling off the road into a parking lot. But, of course, the Final Four is still big news. At the Final Four downtown, police say so far so good, but the game's not over. The increase in police manpower will continue through the weekend and into Monday night. David Hebert is live on the Riverwalk with more. David?
Yeah, Chris, and when you talk about security on an event like this, manpower is the #1 issue.
Well, let's hear it. 3 cheers for the Final Four. Actually, there have been a lot more than that downtown. Brooke Ritchie is live downtown where fans are showing their team spirit. Brooke?
Rain during the Final Four. The skies have certainly been ominous, but believe it or not, that hasn't stopped thousands of fans from descending upon the River Center Lagoon here for a spirited pep rally. There really is an electricity of team spirit here that even a few drops of rain don't seem to be able to dampen. Reporting live from downtown San Antonio, Brooke Ritchie, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
The party is going on. Thanks, Brooke.
San Antonio police are searching for a suspected child molester tonight. Police spent the afternoon trying to track down Victor Eisnogel.
Later on Eyewitness News.
She admits killing her children because she says God told her to. Will she go to jail for the crime?
And she killed her cheating husband by running over him again and again. Now, Clara Harris is the subject of a movie.
Final Four fever everywhere. I went to Nikovitz down Fredericksburg and Callahan a little earlier, and they've got cookies for all 4. But, of course, in the Final Four, there can only be one winner.
That's right. And did they get some cookies? I don't know what they got, but they were out there with Bridget Smith today. She's got a story about some special kids downtown. Bridget?
Bridget didn't get a cookie. I just want y'all to know. Listen, I want to tell you guys something about these NCAA coaches. They are the first ones to tell you that they love fraternizing at these kind of events, hanging out on the river, networking with other coaches. But the thing is, they never forget to take a really good shot at doing something nice. here and we have a good time, but we also give back. We're not just sitting on the river having margaritas, though we do have a lot of margaritas. That's not the only thing we're doing. And they probably have a cookie, too, if the anchors offer them one, I think.
Bridget, you've been sitting on the river for a little while now. Have you had a margarita?
Sarah, I'm working.
Of course. All right.
But
thanks,
she stopped
Bridget.
working right now.
Well, it's early this year, but it's always a good time for the Poteet Strawberry Festival. Strawberry shortcake, strawberry wine, strawberry ice cream, chocolate-covered strawberries. You get the idea. Ordinarily, the festival is in the second week of April. It's early this year, though, because of Easter. And tonight is KENS night at the Strawberry Fest. Admission is free, and there's Kenny the Bear.
There's Kenny the Bear. You can go find him on the bumper.
Show him your cookie. She's already eaten about half of it.
Sarah!
I ate the U off the Yukon.
The woman's desperate.
So does that mean anything? That the Yukon one was the one she decided
No, it means
to eat
Sarah
first?
is the hungriest of the three of us.
That means that, okay, I didn't know, because
I've been eyeing these cookies all day, all afternoon.
Well, I liked your idea. Put them out on the river. If weather permitted, we were supposed to be on the river all together.
And whichever one
my
the pigeons
microphone
ate
is
first.
on, guys. They keep telling me in my ear, turn your
Here, I'll
mic
get over
on.
closer.
My mic's on, fellas. Georgia Tech was what the pigeons were going to select, you think?
No, I think they probably wouldn't because it's black. It's just a black cookie.
So we were going to go by the pigeons, but that didn't work out. Wow. Pigeons have flown the coop downtown because I'll tell you, the weather has really gotten wild downtown. Most of the showers are starting to move in, but the good news is some of these thunderstorms are beginning to collapse. Let's go to Viper Radar and show you what we've got. Downtown is getting some of this rainfall. However, most of it is starting to die down a bit. And the Skycam pictures look for more radars. Our Doppler radar's acting up a little bit tonight.
Did you do the weather?
Who are you eating?
OSU.
OSU. Should I try a little G-Tech?
Yeah.
All right.
Your tongue's black, and your teeth are black.
Anything in my teeth?
Don't show us that.
All right.
All right. Well, Joe is down at Hoop City having a little bit of fun, acting like the big kid at heart that he is. Joe?
Exactly. While you guys have to work, I'm down here having a little fun. This is a great event. It's down at the Convention Center. They're open till 8 o'clock tonight. 8 o'clock tomorrow, 6 o'clock Sunday and Monday. Great place to just come out and have a lot of fun. You see a bunch of people out here tonight. But when you come out here, let me give you a piece of advice. You got to watch what you say. All right, guys, one more shot real quick. Huh? Oh! Sorry, I'll keep working on it, guys.
Warm it
Back
up
to
there.
you.
Thanks, Joe. We'll be right back. Does it for Eyewitness News at 6.
See you at 10.
Going to keep an eye on these storms, guys. Flash flood watch until 4 a.m. The rain is moving in. So far, no severe warnings, but Viper's going to track the storms all the way through.
KENS 5 welcomes you to the 2004 Fiesta Flambeau Parade, live from downtown San Antonio, with your hosts, Chris Maru and Sarah Lucero.
Good evening, everybody. We are at Broadway and Jones, and this is the beginning of the 2004 Fiesta Flambeau Parade.
And our timing is perfect because it's just getting started.
That's right. We just had the San Antonio Police Department's motorcycle unit, 20 motorcycls drive by it, and they are kicking things off. You know, we've had...
you know what their motto is?
What is their
motto? May I see your license, please? That's written on all of them.
So if they ask you for your license, you better pull it out. Look at this. This has been the night of bubbles already. I mean, there are so many bubbles out there. Kids have brought all sorts of bubble guns and are shooting those off, and it's fun to see all that. People are really, really in the spirit for a great parade. They've been filling in, taking their seats for several hours now. People have been getting ready for this and picking their spots.
And, of course, last night we were really worried about how the weather was going to turn out. And it's turned out just wonderful.
It really has. You know, in the last few years that we've done the parade, it's always been a little bit on the warm side.
This is another scholarship and aid group that provides for kids. Here we are.
That's right. We've been sitting up here enjoying the parade along with you guys at home. And thanks so much for watching. Hasn't this been fun?
It has been. And it's a wonderful night for it, too.
I know. This is the first year I think we've been sitting up here and we're not just sweating. Kind of thing. So, anyway, we're going to take a break and we're going to be right back with more, so don't go away.
Back to the parade, and this will be a very familiar song to San Antonio.
That's right. You're being welcomed back to the parade by the United States Air Force Band of the West out of Lackland Air Force Base. We still got lots more entries to show you, lots more floats and colors and music to hear, so don't go away. We're going to be right back with the Fiesta Flambeau Parade.
This long.
And we're back at the 2004 Fiesta Flambeau Parade.
Coming to you live from Broadway and Jones with a spectacular view of the parade right here. There's a lot of the folks enjoying it. And we have here the Ballet Folklorico Festival.
Our TV cameras are actually better at picking up the light, and you don't get the feel for some of these lighted floats and so on. Because with your eye, you can see that these lights above them and so on are glowing. All of the lights with sort of Christmas lights all over that float. Now do this for 2.6 miles, and you will be in great shape.
They perform at the Arneson River Theater in the months of May through September. So if you want to see ever a performance by them, look for them there.
That may be a little more contemporary than your usual folklorico. I'm not sure we have ever done a flambeau, and you and I have done, what, about 4 together, something like that, where the parade wrapped up when our show wrapped up.
Yeah, usually it goes a bit longer.
But this is it. The searchlights are coming down here.
Right.
We've enjoyed it, though. It has been a lot of fun.
And for once, the weather has been just pleasant to be out here.
And the audience was great.
The audience was well behaved.
Yeah, nobody from the newsroom, so it couldn't get too wild.
Yeah, I think you can measure the success of the parade by how much confetti is on the street. And there is so much confetti on the street. They're going to need several street sweepers to clean it all up. But it's been a lot of fun. Over 160 entries and floats, lots of marching bands out here, all that we enjoyed for 2 hours, bringing it to you at home. So we want to thank you for joining us and hope you had a good time.
Next year, it's going to be called Through the Eyes of a Child will be the theme.
That's right. That's for next year. And for this year, we still have Amanda Taylor down on the street.
She's probably got some children with her.
Amanda.
Hey, Chris and Sarah. You know what, guys? You're wondering how much confetti's down here. I think I'm wearing quite a bit of it, but these people right here are responsible for a lot of it. Look at this. Go for it. They're the ones. I'm eating it now. Why do you do this?
Makes it more fun. About 4 of us all have them, so.
You've been doing it for about 10 years, right?
Yeah.
What did you enjoy most about this parade tonight?
All the family getting together. That's the best thing. Having a good time and it's safe.
All right. That's the feel of everybody down here. Viva Fiesta!
I think Amanda has been officially baptized as a part of an official
And if
parade
we ever get a blizzard here, we just run that video. Amanda Taylor reports.
All right, well, that's going to wrap up our coverage of the Fiesta Flambeau 2004. We want to thank you for joining us.
We had a great time. We hope you did, too.
We're going to take a short break, and Eyewitness News at 10 is next.